Hi, everybody. This is Gad Saad. Hope that you're getting ready for a restful and pleasant weekend. Some people have asked me to weigh in on the Ma'Khia Bryant police shooting in Columbus, Ohio. Of course, anytime that someone dies, we certainly should give our condolences. And like anyone else, I'm sorry for this senseless loss of life. But people wanted me to weigh in on the fact that this cop shot her. Another example of systemic racism, white supremacy, and so on. So I've taken a few days to analyze the situation, and to me, just like Tucker Carlson yesterday on his show, he did a great job in his monologue analyzing the situation. I mean, so you have some black folks who call the police hysterically saying, please come and help us. Someone is trying to stab us. So, okay, now you might think that that's an urgent situation. You might think, okay, there's someone who is literally about to stab someone else to death, and that it certainly makes sense that the cops would intervene. Now, sure, if you're racist, you would think that. And then the cop shows up, and there is one woman, the woman who ended up losing her life, who's about to, in a playful way. This is the key thing. As someone who is an expert in human behavior, I can tell you that the way she was about to plunge the long blade knife into the other woman's heart was in a playful way. Kids taunt each other. They're horseplaying, right? You're using a knife to kind of tease and tickle someone else's heart by stabbing a 6-inch blade into her heart. And as she's in midair about to plunge the knife in a playful way, again, you got to remember, like, these were just kids playing, just like a lot of people at MSNBC and a lot of pundits, a lot of critical race people said, kids play with knives. They stab each other to death, and that's just part of growing up. Jean Piaget, the Swiss developmental psychologist, said that you have different cognitive developmental stages. One of the stages is when kids, knife each other to death. That's just you progress. I've probably killed and been killed by at least maybe 30, 40 kids that I've killed or have been killed by in like horse playing, just having fun with knives. And so this racist KKK cop who's been called by black people to come and save them from a knife wielding hysterical person who is about to stab someone to death, and that other someone is a black woman. So you would think, my goodness, there's so much mitigating circumstances that suggest that this was, if ever there was a case where a cop should use lethal force to stop an imminent murder, this would be the case. That's the problem with white supremacy, right? Number one, you're presuming that just because it's black people who called to be saved from a knife-wielding person, that says something. Number two, that just because that person was about to wield a 6-inch blade, or maybe it's even bigger, I'm not sure exactly the length. Remember, size doesn't matter. She was about to, stab her in the heart. That's called heart play. There's horseplay, there's heart play, right? So you got to look at the totality. A lot of people on MSNBC have also suggested, and I agree with them, because I've seen Kill Bill, the Quentin Tarantino, and I know he can do a lot of stuff with samurai swords. Why didn't he take a samurai sword and just amputate her arm? Why did he have to use lethal force to kill a child? I mean, she's a child. She had a good GPA. She was just trying to stab the other girl in the heart. So what does he do? He shoots her. He couldn't have tased her. He couldn't have used de-escalating progressive critical race theory to kind of walk her off the ledge of horseplay. So I'm sorry, but in this case, to me at least, it seems like this was an instance of white supremacy police brutality. Have a good weekend, everybody. Take care.